we went over to Clemson, South Carolina to see the Allman Brothers, and Wishbone Ash was the opening act, which I had never heard Wishbone Ash up to that point. No, I'm sorry. We were doing one of Wishbone Ash's songs with Fresh Licks, that's right. I'm wondering why the sun no longer shines. What's the name of that one? What's the name of it?
I forget.
Anyway, I can't remember the name of it. We were doing Wishbone Ash, so we went to see them. Okay? And when I got there, they were opening just these orange amps. I said, check it out, man. They painted some Marshalls orange. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Look at those amps. They're beautiful. I said, and I thought they were Marshalls because they look, 412 cabs stacked up. Looked like my amp. That's what my first amp was a Marshall stack, 100 watt. And that's what I thought they were, but I thought they were great. And then they sounded awesome. Wishbone Ash kicked butt with those amps. That's where I first saw the orange amp, and still dig them, love them. I think they're great.
We always had an orange catalog around the house. We were always real big fans of the amps, and we always thought they just sounded great. And we had a good buddy of ours, still a good buddy of ours, a partner of mine, Charles Hedgepath.
Yep, that's the amp right there.
He had an AD-15 that had just been through hell and back, and
Love it.
it just, always stood its ground. It was just a really meaty little amp and just filled up the whole room, man. And he'd always bring that out, and I was always really taken aback by that amplifier. And, when I got introduced to Pat, he took me to the showroom here in Nashville, and just seeing all the orange amps, aesthetically they're really pleasing, of course. And but I'd say my earliest exposure to orange was watching Stevie Wonder on the Beat Club in Germany. Not live, of course, but I saw a recording of that, and Stevie was playing all orange amplifiers at the time. I just thought that's a real good look.
Yeah, that amp that you're talking about is probably what I told Pat. Is probably like my favorite amp.
It's a great amp.
And y'all, it just discontinued, I think, but it's killer.
We're here to bring it back.
We're bringing it back today.
That's what we're
Yeah, that's right. At this point, obviously, it's surreal. It's so surreal to me. On the way over here, I was just waxing poetically, I guess. I'm glad my wife got it on video. She was in the back seat, but I said, I'm in Nashville, where I tried to get a deal so hard with Liberty Capital Nashville, right before he was born in 1993, when his sister was born. And I'm in Nashville in a Cadillac. My son driving a car. I'm just cruising down the road with window open. And we're going to do this cool thing with orange amps. And I can't believe what a blessed man I am today to have a good son like this. I mean, what you see is what you get with this kid. I mean, I don't know what to say as far as his success. He doesn't feel like he's successful yet, and that's what keeps his drive. I mean, that's why he's going to keep going up. It's like a firecracker or something, skyrocket. So to me, all the years I spent on the road trying to make it, when my daughter was going to be born, we were about to get the deal with Capitol, and right here in Tree Publishing, right here in town, was bringing us country songs because we are a Southern rock band. And like Indian Outlaw was one of our songs, was going to be on our record. And of course that became my man's breakout song, Faith Hill's husband.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw. That was his breakout song, and that was going to be on our record. And then Hatful of Rain, Watermelon Crawl was going to be on our record. I mean, these are hits, #1 hits out of Nashville. And then our Buzz Stone, if anybody out there remembers Buzz Stone, He was our A&R man, got fired from Capitol, and all of his acts were just wiped off the table because of him. And that was us. That's how we lost our deal. So I went home with my tail between my legs, and we all started all over. You know, and it was pretty much our last shot. We were all close to 40.
If I'm being honest, man, just for me, because you can't really get a hit record unless you're, top 40 country, or hip hop artists are selling a lot of records, and rock and roll records aren't what they used to be, obviously. But man, it's just it's kind of progressed, and record sales have almost become like a niche thing for people that buy like tangible albums. No CDs, man. Not a lot of folks buy CDs these days, but digital downloads, it's where it's at. So we all know the story with that. Your income's going to be on the road. So it's kind of, for a mid-level band, you kind of have to be on the road pretty constantly, which for me, that was always the goal anyway. That was kind of the end result. That's what I wanted to do, was just be on the road pretty nonstop. And then the goal kind of becomes, all right, I want to stay on the road this long, but I want to be as comfortable as I can be, and I want to have a better situation, a couple more days off, and I want to see all these cities and have a little bit more time to learn the culture and visit with the people, instead of being in and out and moving like that, because all that was on your mind when you're traveling in a van is that bottom line, and we would do the 16-hour days of travel and then play a gig that night and then drive another 10 hours because, maps weren't invented when we started touring.
Yeah.
So this was
It was brutal. When you guys started, that was brutal.
Well, I mean, it was just a matter of like who would want to book you, who would want to take a chance on you, and it's gotten better. But that's always my advice to bands: is just, get you a van and just don't go back home until something takes. The vans are a bit smaller, and it depends on where you go, man. They're always so sweet to us there, and the last tour that we did before the pandemic and everything was overseas, and we're always happy to go there.
Oh man, that just blows my mind. That a signature amp. When he told me, I said, "I do what?" I mean, I've never seen that happen. I'm almost 100 years old here, and I've
That's
never
good
seen.
for his age.
I'm pickled, but I've never seen an artist have an amp with his name on it. Really, I mean, not Stevie Ray, Jimmy, And to me, as a musician, and who's kind of done what Marcus is doing, it makes me so proud and so just blown away that, especially a company like Orange, because I'm not a kind of guy that can blow smoke. I just tell it like it is, and it comes with age. I've always been kind of laid back, but I would not say that I'm glad that Orange put his name on it unless I meant that I like that amp, and I do. So I think it's awesome.
We're all very thankful that you like Orange, because we know that you don't have a filter, but he really is just one of the biggest champions for Orange amplifiers. And since I was a kid, we didn't have very much money, and we always wanted Orange gear around the house. But as great as the hand-me-down gear was from my grandfather and the gear that he acquired in his years of traveling, we were a Fender household because that's what my grandfather played, and PV because that's what my grandfather used, and it was all great gear, but it was all hand-me-down gear, and now to be able to have these wonderful amps on the road, it's kind of something that came to fruition from being a kid and always wanting a big Orange stack of amps on the stage.
Marcus, as far as they asked about you making it, all I ever wanted, you told me when you were a kid, Dad, all I want to do is play for people and travel and play my music for people to listen. I said, dude, that's like me talking. I said, all I ever wanted to do was not be a millionaire. I just wanted someone to carry my equipment around.
Yeah.
Because, I never had anyone move an amp for me, ever. So I'm still moving my own equipment, and I'm old now. It's harder. So if I can get a great amp that sounds good, I can carry, that's good.
I think we got one for you here.
Yeah, man.